Yukon Huskies, taking on the 23rd ranked team in the land, the Florida Atlantic Owls. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Yukon will deliver the opening kickoff and we'll get this game going. He'll start the return inside his 5. This guy is so dangerous. He excellent vision to find a lane and get it out and set up the offense with good field position. The Owls offense will start this game off. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
Sends it back in motion. They'll go to work in the air on second down. That's reeled in. It's Platt. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Florida Atlantic trying to get back on the ball. Wants to throw on third down. Floats it out in space. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. Third and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, third and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, first down.
Guys, let's talk about Florida Atlantic. For some teams, the road into the top 25 can be a little more treacherous than for others. And once you get there, you've got to convince the rest of the country you deserve to stay.
And I think that's what's next for this squad. They've earned the right to get in the top 25. People are noticing what they're doing. Now, let's continue to build on it because they haven't proven they're a top 10 team, and they want to get to that point.
Yeah, let's stay hungry. Let's not be satisfied with the fact that we just broke into the top 25. Let's get in the top 20, top 15, top 10. Let's make the college football playoff. Don't want to get ahead of your skis here too early. It's a nice thing to be inside the top 25 now, but you want to continue to get better.
Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
When you play zone coverage, you got a wide receiver that's a beast. It becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
Okay, Florida Atlantic will go to work with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun, the inside give. They get him down, tough run, picks up 4. They'll mark it at the 19. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Grab behind the line. It's Messer. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. He was all by himself out there. Someone just lost track of their assignment.
And that's so frustrating because you want to make offenses earn it. And you don't want to give up big plays and bust coverages and let people run wide open, especially good players. Like, you know this guy's a good player, and you let him run wide open down the field.
To the air on first down. They go to the wide receiver screen. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass. Pressure coming. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on second down. And like
he makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Owls!
Man, great first drive by this offense. Capped off, 3rd and goal situation. A lot of times thinking run, run. They got a perfect play scripted. Take advantage of the defense, get the passing touchdown, and get this party started right.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. A 67-yard touchdown drive there. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Coleman. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the UConn Huskies offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And what a performance this guy turned in last week. Spectacular in every aspect of the game, Jesse.
Well, I know one thing for sure. The quarterback is going to be looking his way early in this one. When you have a game like he did last time, your quarterback, you all of a sudden move up in priority in the pecking order for the guy throwing the football. So it's not going to surprise me early here if the quarterback looks his way, regardless of what the coverage is, based on what he showed last time out.
Yeah, and they were on the same page. It was fun to watch. I mean, you could tell he knew exactly where his guy was, putting up touchdowns. Like, it was a thing of beauty. Now, defensively, I also know that, and I know he's looking that way. So look forward to seeing the chess match with the defense and maybe ways they can take him away.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Wants to throw. It's Fagnano. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands. Guys, for just a second, let's talk about UConn. Great pickup on the defensive front. 3-star defensive lineman gives a verbal commitment last week. And you really need to bring good talent into the program. Maybe diamonds in the rough. At this level, that's how they thrive.
Oh, there's no doubt. And just some of these guys, they're not as refined, but they've got the tools, right? And so I think he's got the tools. And this is a guy that you can build around on that defensive line. You need all the big bodies you can get.
UConn will have to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he's stopped. Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. Already a solid start to this one, now back to work with this 7-0 lead. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. The Owls trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play.
Middle linebackers, they're middle linebackers because they're right in the middle of the defense. You put guys that have a nose for the football because they literally line up over the football every single time. They play the run well, and look at this. How about this? Rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground, getting the big sack.
They're facing a 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Catch in the middle, it's Messer. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
And that's one the offense just needs to be able to hit, right? That's a completion they should be able to hit in their sleep. Receivers got to do a better job.
They try to pop a run on the draw. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it.
Effective draw plays in the running game really begin with the quarterback. The quarterback's got to be a great salesman. You got to really make the defense think it's passed. You keep your eyes focused downfield until the last possible second, turn around and hand it off, and by that...
Unleashes one deep. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on third down. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. Needs it to keep this drive alive. Will not get there. A fourth down stop.
Nice job by the defense on fourth down, bowing up, getting physical, stopping the run, shutting down that fourth down play. Really good job by this defense.
Looking to throw, it's Fagnano. Got the back over the middle. Coaches talk about running with violence, running with bad intentions. That's what that looks like as he gets it up to the 32.
Early in the game, I love getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Easy pitch and catch. You've thrown him 4,000 times. Not big shots, but just put you in nice positions on the next down's coming up.
They stop him cold. Maybe gets a yard to the 34.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They'll go to the air on third and short. Caught close to the marker, it's Bell. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. And guys, Florida Atlantic is on top. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. They've got a first down here to open the period. The give to the single back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. Going up against one of the best defenses in the country, you've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw your primary target like he was in that last one.
Chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a third and long. This one from the 44. Back to throw. It's Fagnano. He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Yeah, and he had an opportunity to make such a big play. Listen, he wasn't wide open with nobody around him, but you got to make that play. You got a little bit of space. You got to haul that in, make your quarterback look good, and make a big play for this offense.
Hunt is on its way. Fair catch will be made just inside his own 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9. Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those fourth down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
The run from the shotgun. Finds his way ahead for 6 and a little breathing room to the 17. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Owls are at the line looking to convert on third and short. He might want another play. They'll try to get the first through the air. That's caught. It's Messer. Gets it across the 25. He'll step out at the 26 as this offense tries to grind out some yardage. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on third and short.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Clapp. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. The Owls with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Running back searching for a hole. Gets it out to the 40-yard line. Give him 5 on that one.
Well, I love the job by the offensive line, getting a good push there on second down. And you see guys bleeding into the second level of the defense getting a hat-on-hat to go get that first.
Florida Atlantic has the offense humming. Wants to throw on first down. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
Man, the defense, they haven't had an answer for this guy. He has been lighting them up in the pass game early and often so far, and that time just not able to hook up with his quarterback.
And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Snap from the gun on third down. Caught near the sticks. It's Messer. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup, spotted at the 25-yard line.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Florida Atlantic goes to work with a fresh set of downs. Unloads quickly. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
I don't know that there's a harder position in football to play than cornerback. You know, all the space in the game, the speed of the game, the big bodies out wide. But to be able to break on those short passes and be an open field tackler like that and give up no yards and protect deep, that's a nice job by the corner.
Snowed under by the defense.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Trying to pick it up on the ground. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11.
I think to be a good third down offense, guys, you've got to be able to run the football. You're going to come upon these third and short situations multiple times throughout the course of the year, but you've got to be able to get push up front, and it helps when you have a talent like that to turn around and hand the football off to.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Operating in the red zone here on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He makes a grab into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic. That touchdown was a clinic in keeping your offense on the field and wearing the other defense out.
Sometimes your best defense is your own offense, being able to stay on the field. You're absolutely right, Reese. That was a clinic. Running the ball, playing at great rhythm and pace, QB making good, smart decisions, and not shooting yourselves in the foot. No penalties, no turnovers. It doesn't get any better than that last round.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the Big Ten. Ohio State is currently ahead in this one, but it's been a tight one so far in Columbus. They're up by a field goal over Rutgers. We'll circle back to this Big Ten battle. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Dropping back, it's Fagnano. Got his man out of the backfield. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And a really nice job by the defense winning second down. I think the quarterback thought he could dump this off, maybe get some positive yards, set up a good third down. The defense did a great job responding and getting that running back on the ground.
Quickly to the tight end. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. UConn will have to punt it away. He's got it. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Got a man. It's Messer. And the tackle is made, but there has been a flag thrown.
Hold it.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Wants to go up top. Oh, he makes the catch. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately. Florida Atlantic trying to line up quickly. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. That's caught. It's Messer. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Florida Atlantic decides to punt it away. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. The UConn offense goes back to work. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important, down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points. So you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut it to a 1-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half, because obviously, you know, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's Fagnano. This time it's complete. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. Looking downfield on first down. With the catch, it's Edwards.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Under fire. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
From the gun, the give, looking for room. There he goes. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Breaks the tackle. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line.
It's a bad sign on offense when you have that many people running free at your running back. That means guys up front aren't getting their blocks. Just too many hats getting to the ball carrier. I love his effort, making multiple guys miss, but still, it's a negative play.
Off the play fake. And the pass is incomplete. Jars loose by the hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Now, I got to tell you, as an offense, moving forward in this game, 3rd and long, you're going to have to push the ball downfield a little bit more. You got to throw to the sticks and give yourself a chance to convert these 3rd downs.
And the punt will go into the end zone, and the ball comes out to the 20 on the touchback. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Gentlemen, looks like we've got a great atmosphere today in Boca Raton. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Howard Schnellenberger Field.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. Florida Atlantic about to boot it away and get this second half underway. On the run from inside his own 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. UConn going back to work on offense. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the 3rd quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
He'll be run out of bounds, but we've got laundry on the field. Let's see what that's about. So that penalty is going to cost them the first down as they back up, and now it's 2nd down. 2nd down coming up. Back to pass, it's Fagnano. Caught over the middle, it's Murphy. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. 3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Looking to throw for it. Got him downfield. So important to convert these 3rd downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42. And the Huskies have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Going for the big play. Catch inside the 30 and still running. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. The Huskies are moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly, and that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
shotgun snap on third down. Got a man. It's Bell. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Trailing by multiple possessions in the third and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on fourth down. Trying to do it on the ground. Runs through a tackle. He picks up the first down, brought down, but not before he put that dude in a blender. This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting to move, it's 1st and 10. Back to pass, it's Fagnano. He's got it and still on his feet. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Going to work on second down in the red zone and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. The give on the inside. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. And the Huskies, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Pushes ahead. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3.
And wow, the defense was in there quick, fast, and in a hurry and shut that run game down. Like, they were ready for that. Second down now. A little more space for the offense.
And the defense makes a play, sacking it back at the 10.
And now if I was the offense, I'd think about getting the football maybe out on the perimeter somewhere because you're getting beaten and eaten alive in the interior. You had a gain of no yards the last play. You just gave up the sack. Put your quarterback, put the football out on the perimeter in space.
It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. From the gun, wants to pass. And the deflection by the defense brings up 4th down. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. Splits the uprights right down the middle. Had to settle for the field goal. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to get you a quick update on a game happening in the Big Ten. Ohio State is running away with things, and I'm not sure even Bucky saw this coming today from this offense. They're up by 24 over Rutgers. It's an outcome that, if it holds, will have Big Ten fans buzzing all week. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
Looking deep. Makes a catch down the right side. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. That last play changed everything on this possession. They've got it 1st and 10 inside the 30. Looking to throw on 1st down. Unloads it left. It's caught downfield. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. It's 1st and 10 from the 13. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And the Owls now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. To the air on 2nd down. Oh, they're after him. He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to fight another play in the red zone. It'll be 3rd down.
I think he's showing you his experience on that decision right there. There was nothing open, so don't try to force it into coverage. You've got the lead. If it's not there, just throw it away. The head coach loves to see his quarterback make that kind of decision.
Got his man quickly. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the 3rd quarter. And guys, Florida Atlantic has the edge. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Florida Atlantic.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal?
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass.
If you're going to try a push pass here on 1st down by the goal line, you've really got to get great blocking. You can't allow penetration, and the offense wasn't able to do that. Look at the defense on that last play. They were able to get in the backfield. They make a tackle on a speedy wide receiver to get the TFL.
After getting nothing on the last play, will they try to throw it into the end zone on 3rd down? Caught in the backfield. It's Messer. And he motors into the end zone. Who gives a hoot? The Owls do. It's a touchdown. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
Salt into wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The UConn offense goes back to work. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
They may have to get out of their comfort zone here too, David, a little bit, and just start being more aggressive and take some chances, but that's what's going to have to happen for them to win this game.
Yeah, and when you're losing, obviously everything gets heightened. Everything becomes more critical. This drive is crucial because you've got to cut into this deficit and put some points on the board.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Off play action. Throws for the tight end. Makes a connection. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. That is a highly efficient way to move the chains, and now they are threatening inside the 40. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking for a man. It's Fagnano. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
And it's going to be hard for this offense, man. They've struggled to pass the football down the field, to make these explosive plays, and now, huge deficit. Got to make them. Got to find a way to push the ball down the field to create some explosive plays if you want a chance to get back in this football game.
They get him stopped at the 32. A solid pickup, but it will bring up a 4th down and decision time. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit, and let's keep going.
Fires to the wideout. Finds his man. It's Platt. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Florida Atlantic going back to work after moving the chains. It's a draw. Got room to work. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down. This Florida Atlantic offense is moving quickly. Gets the back moving. To the air on first down. Flips it out in the flat. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Yeah, and I think you've just seen how the quarterback has so much confidence in this guy catching the ball too, right? Receivers aren't open. Tight ends aren't open. He knows he can find him running out of the backfield, or if he lines up at wide receiver, this dude can get open, and he can make positive things happen after he has the ball.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. The Owls pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Motion from the wide receiver. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The lost yardage leaves them with 2nd and 11. Wants to throw it. Throws to the wideout. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
Look, big-time playmakers make big plays in big games, and that guy needed to make that interception at this critical juncture of the game. There's still time for them to go out and win it. Could that be the play that sparks this team?
Makes the catch. It's Bell. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
UConn quick to the line. Dropping back, it's Magnano. Unloads to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33.
Well, trailing like they are right now in the 4th quarter, their execution offensively is just going to have to be at a premium. You can't afford a lot of incompletions at this point. Everybody is going to need to be on the same page moving forward.
Just on the edge of the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go.
Oh, he's got some space. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. UConn comes to the line with a 1st and goal. He's looking to throw. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers, and you saw it there on the incompletion.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Snagged in the middle. It's Murphy. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. A 2-minute timeout arrives, and we've certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. And it's grabbed for the late touchdown. And how about this? It's not over yet.
Well, the offense did their part. You're just trying to apply some pressure on the opponent, right? Yeah, you're down right now, but if you can find a way to get the ball back with some time on the clock, they're within striking distance still to win this game.
Let's see what he can do with the return. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the Owls come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Turning it on! That is just the kind of run you want when you're trying to close out a game. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
And they'll take a knee. It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end, you need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.